Well, in case you haven't heard it, yep, the Ducks are going wild, so you must be back at FMT 100. We are in Unit 2, and this is Section 2. This is measuring devices as we continue to move along, and the Ducks lose themselves in quacking up. So, measuring devices, regrettably, yeah, we will use measuring devices quite a bit throughout a facility's, well, even maintenance careers, let alone projects. So whether it's layout or even reading a blueprint, we'll use measuring devices. So they've got three main ones here. They've got the rule. We affectionately know them as rulers, typically anywhere from 6 to 12 inches long. Uh, they may have double-sided, so we have our familiar inches on one side or centimeters on the other side, or maybe even flip it around. So we've got inches, but our increments are different. So one side will be 30 seconds of an inch, maybe 1/16, and the other side will be 1/8. Now, please do not get the rule or rulers confused with a scale. A scale is traditionally a three-sided measuring device, but the scales are set up so you can easily bounce back and forth on the scales to reading blueprints. So they are set up so you just place the scale on the blueprint with the appropriate scale reading, 1/8 of an inch, quarter inch, whatever the scale is, and then it will tell you the dimensions that you are reading right off the blueprint. So a ruler is different than a scale. Now, our rules, good news, they bounce between the traditional wood with maybe a metal spine in them, or they're made out of metal. For us, the best bang for the buck is going to be a metal rule. We use those a lot for layout, and when we are laying out a panel to punch out holes, remember, we're going to be using a center punch to do that so we can make sure our drill bits go in and stay where they need to go. Very, very important when we are laying out a panel. So, great example there. A folding rule. Now, folding rules are nice. Traditionally, they tend to be either 6 to 8 feet long. 6 foot tends to be the most popular. Uh, they usually they're usually made out of wood. I've seen them more recently done out of like a fiberglass matrix. Makes them a lot stronger, more durable. Just keep them out of prolonged exposure to sunlight, and we're golden. So 6 foot and 8 foot tend to be the normal ranges. There are some larger folding rules, or longer ones, and those tend to be used for survey work. So they'll tend to be, once again, they'll instead of 6 inches long each section, they'll be a little longer, usually about 12 inches, and then they unfold to be 8 to 10 feet long. Some will even go up to 12, though the ones I've seen mostly are right around 10 feet. And they, once again, use them for survey work. Last but not least is the tried and true that we will use, oh God, just about every day, and that's the steel tape. So the tape measure, or affectionately known as the tape, uh, used just about every day, used for everything from layout to just getting rough dimensions of a particular place. Varying sizes to really stupid, why am I this small, like 3 feet, all the way up to the longest measurement that I've seen for a retractable rule, self-retracting, is 30 feet. Uh, I've owned a couple. They're okay. They just are kind of ungainly. So the better size tends to be between 16 and 25 feet. You'll have different tapes. They'll be set up and they'll be printed. Typically, the traditional is either a white background or a yellow, though some go off the wall and do a neon yellow or an orange. It all depends on marketing and how you want to work with it and whatnot. The graduations of the scales on those range in our traditional 16th of an inch to regular metric sizes as well. I've got a nice demo or a nice example I'll show you uh, during the lab, which will rock your socks, I like to think. I use that tape measure a lot here around the farm, even at work on a facility, because nobody wants to use it. And that's why I use the tape measure. I'll show you the secret behind that one when we get a chance to check it out. And the sooner we end this slide, the sooner we can move to section 3, which will bring us closer to the lab. Yeah, that's it for this one. I know it's a short quickie. Awesome, isn't it? Catch you on the flip side.